Hello and welcome to my second video. Today we're going to talk about Xbox controllers. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to improve your flying experience when you're using an Xbox controller. And in order to do that, we have to jump into the control section of the game. So this is my setup. I have a keyboard, I have a mouse, and I have the Xbox controller attached to my computer. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how you can fine-tune the settings of the left and right stick of your gamepad. This is possible via this button here, which is definitely easy to miss, which is called sensitivity. So when you click that button, you get into the screen here, which will allow you to finally control the sensitivity options for your left and right stick. X here stands for the X-axis, meaning left, right, and Y stands for the Y-axis, meaning top to bottom, up and down. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is probably a bug in the game. Not sure if it's a bug in the game, but something that indicates that definitely the default setting is not good enough for your gamepad, right? I'm going to move the left stick now to the bottom, like we were about to take off, right? So this is what you do when you take off. You push down and then you release it, right? Look at what happens to the setting. Here you are close to the zero, but the X is definitely high up in the sky. Let's go and push it up and release it. Oops. Now, as you can see, both points are definitely not in the zero. Does this mean that the game receives like a little bit of input, like you were actually pressing something right now? Because I can swear you, I'm not touching anything on my gamepad. So this is possible. This is what we want to fix today. So we want to ignore these values, and this is possible. This is controlled by the dead zone, right? So if you increase the dead zone to something like, I don't know, 15%, as you can see, the zero values are going to be sent like zero. So it doesn't matter what you do right now. I'm moving a little bit the sticks. Still zero gets sent to the game. However, there is a problem with these settings alone. If you were to pull down the stick to take off, for instance, as you can see, there is a point where the game receives suddenly something like 20% of the signal, and this is, you can see it here. There is a jump, right? And you don't want that jump, because that essentially will send such a strong signal to the airplane and possibly even worsen your experience. So you want to control that and make it smoother, and you do that by moving the sensitivity down. This way the curve starts to get much smoother, right? You can pull down, and then at some point the plane will engage, and you will be in a much better control over lower values of your gamepad. I'm going to do the same for the left X. Alright, and this is how you can fine-tune your sensitivity. You may want to maybe reduce the dead zone to 10% because you think 10% is enough. You may want to increase it to different values. You can do whatever you feel like doing. Play with these settings, find the right values for you, and I'm sure your flight experience will be much better. Okay, so I hope this was useful, and yeah, have a safe flight.